What? One of the Vikings who discovered America was a Turkish or Hungarian guy, but there's been a centuries-long German conspiracy to depict him as a Kraut.Typical is a character mentioned in the Norse saga of Greenlanders. He accompanied Leif on his voyage of discovery around the year 1000 is portrayed as an older male servant. He's referred to as foster father by Leif Erikson, which may indicate he was a freed thrall who once had the responsibility of looking after and rearing the young Leif. Piker answered in his own language, but when remembering that the Norsemen could not understand him, he spoke after some time in their tongue. I have not gone very far. Still, I have some news for you. I have discovered vines loaded with grapes. Are you telling the truth, my foster father? Exclaimed Leif. I am sure telling you the truth, Piker said. Türker. For in my native land there are vines in plenty. This caused Leif to give the country the name of Vinland. Türker's origin is disputed. Germans like to claim him German, suggesting that his name is a variation of Dietrich, be it Dirk, Turk, etc. The Norse had this name in front of, what the fuck? Theodric? What became Theodric in Norwegian later? The saga itself is, what? Han palatipe fyrstelingu Pirske. That is, Türker first spoke Pirske language. It means Turkish. Turkish language means Turkish. And that in the edge of Europe, this normally meant Hungarian. But in this particular case, is pretty ambiguous. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is crazy. I'm telling you. Norwegians are Turks as well. Which country doesn't have its origins in Turkey? What the fuck? My theory is becoming a reality. Old Norse kind of sounds like Turkish too. No, it doesn't. Yine ne var bizle alakalı ya? Al işte baksana oğlum. Norveçliler Türkmüş. I'm Jewish and there's literally a conspiracy theory we are Turks. That's awesome. Similarities between the Old Turkish and the Viking alphabet? What the fuck? No shot. Are you serious? No. No, what the? I had no idea. Okay. Okay, low-key, this does kind of... I mean, the Native Americans are Turks theory is, like, hilarious, right? That's what my grandfather believes. The Native Americans, like, crossed over when the fucking continents... I mean, the Turks crossed over when the continents were, merged with one another. And like, they became the Native Americans, and that's why there's, like, a Havasu, you know what I mean? Which is about, like... Which means, like, air and water in Turkish. Like, my grandfather unironically believes this. My grandfather unironically believes this. And there's also, like, some... like, a tiny bit of evidence to suggest that there might be truth to it, but that's all you need to ride with a fucking insane take like that. You know what I mean? The tiny bit of evidence, I think, is, like, there's, like, a common genetic... like, there's a common genetic disability or something. Or not a common genetic disability, but, like... Ne yaygara. Ne yaygara. It means what a commotion. Niagara. In Turkish. I didn't even think about it like that. No, I don't think that is true. Alcoholism is not a genetic trait. Come on, brother. Alcoholism and the reservations are as a consequence of centuries of oppression. But yeah, no, they share here, DNA consultants. American Indians and Turkey people share deep ancestry. Like, there's like, this work traces the origins of the Cherokee people to the 3rd century BCE and follows their migrations through the Americas to their homeland in the lower Appalachian Mountains. After crossing the mountains, they discovered and followed the Missouri and Arkansas rivers, reaching thus the Mississippi and Kentucky. Missouri. You know, more off the top rope. Wait, what the fuck? You're laughing. Minnesota Republicans accidentally legalized edibles because they didn't read a bill, and you're laughing. That's funny. Okay, let's finish this.
Do you like Wiz Khalifa's music? Yeah.
Page was like a televangelist page, and the header said Indian. How do you think Native Americans refer to themselves? Shrooms. German motherfucker. You don't know American culture. Out here being like, wow, they wrote Indian. That's literally what that's what Native Americans refer to themselves as. Listen, stay out of NA business, sweaty, okay? See your Euro self out. Now that I found out the Krauts are trying to fucking steal Norway's origins from us, the Turks, you can catch the smoke, shrooms. I'm only kidding, okay? Obviously I'm joking. Stop this crowdphobic rhetoric? Never. As a native, they don't refer to themselves as that. Dude, I love when people go, I'm a native. Actually, Native Americans don't refer to themselves as that. Like, what do you think? I don't know any native people? Like, what are you talking about? There are 100% plenty of fucking Native Americans who personally refer to themselves as Indian. Maybe you're Canadian. I don't know. I don't know how it is in Canada, but in America. And by the way, I don't do it because I'm not Native, which is precisely why I say Native American or First Nation if we're talking about, or First Nation we're talking about fucking Canadian Native Americans. But you're not right if you say that straight up. It definitely varies person to person, and certainly there are indigenous people who still call themselves Indian in Canada too. It's literally the thing. A lot of lib-ass Americans don't even know this because there's near to no native people in huge parts of the U.S. Yeah. But yeah, no, American Indian is like obviously the association with Indian is straight up a fucking what do you call it? Yeah, no, this is what I meant. This is the migration pattern from Turkey, from like where the Turks were and where they originated, right? But my man said they instead of us. Yeah, oh fuck, I didn't even think about that. Oh my god. Oh my god, that guy literally said I'm native and they refer to themselves as oh my god. Why do chatters do that shit? I'm a Native American lawyer, and I can confirm that even the legal lexicon used officially in laws and courts across the country is, I mean, it's it's like Indian affairs, right? Is Indian. It's unfortunate because it's a mislabeling. It quite literally is like one of the grossest representations of a colonial genocide. Literally a mistake that a dumb colonist made that stuck with an entire group of people that actually survived the Holocaust. You know what I mean? The genocide towards natives. and it's still what people use for the most part. The Turkish word for Native American, for the record, is literally Kızılderili, which I don't even think is like, I don't know what the new lexicon is, what the new word is. I'm sure there is like a more polished word for it now, which means redskin. Kızılderili means redskin. But because there is no fucking, there's no Native Americans in Turkey, obviously, it is a translation from the colonial American way of referencing yeah, in Arabic it's Red Indian. Wait, really? No, there isn't. It's just that. Wait, there's no native. Oh, I did not know that. Yerli? No, that sounds worse. Right? Yerli, Amerika yerlisi. Yerliler. I guess you could say yerli, which is like Native American. Which is funny because, like, instead of calling Native Americans Redskins or Indians or whatever the fuck, they should have just called them Turks, which is the truth, as we found out. No, we just say Kızılderili, yeah. You can also use indigenous in a more broad context. Yeah. I mean, I don't say Indian or anything else. I always use indigenous or Native American, always. But I'm just saying that, like, I know for a fact that there are still, the broad majority of Native Americans consider themselves or call themselves Indian. But I don't, because I'm not Native American, even though technically maybe I am. Look at this map. It's all Elizabeth Warren and all these white people have been stealing native valor. Meanwhile, it was just, they were Turks all along, including the Norwegians.